This really is, of course, about not only athletics, but particularly about the mission of the university and how we want the university to have visibility because of our distinctive identity. As a Christian institution, we think that it's important for us to have visibility to further our mission. And athletics is, I think, the premier way to accomplish that in American culture today.
We are excited today to be able to announce 22 young men that will forever be linked to this school in such a unique way about building a legacy of football here at the university. I know one thing, there's not a football team in the country right now that's worked harder than you have the last 4 weeks. Oh, yeah. All right, as coaches, we've tried to break your spirit, we've tried to break your will, and we couldn't do it. We tried to put you in a position where you'd quit and you wouldn't quit. By God, today, we're going to take the first step. We're going to build champions and win championships here. Everything we do, start winning and starts right now. Let's go, baby.
It feels real special, you know, kind of feels like, you know, when U.S. made the Declaration of Independence and they had the founding fathers, you know, being the original 13, it just feels like something special, like we started something special here, and I just hope that it just continues to get better as years come along.
Live from Husky Stadium on the campus of Houston Baptist University, it's time for Southland Conference football. This afternoon, the HBU Huskies play host to the Cardinals from Lamar University. And a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tom Franklin. Alongside is Lamont Williams, and Maya Golden will join us from the sidelines shortly. And this afternoon, it's the final home game of the 2017 season for the Huskies here at Husky Stadium, Lamont. 13 of these young men came here 5 years ago to start football for HBU. Can you imagine what these guys are going through?
The original 13, they built the legacy, and it's going to last a lifetime here in Houston, Texas.
Should be a very emotional ball game. As we said, final time for 13 players to walk to the stadium, to suit up and play in front of their hometown fans. HBU and Lamar coming your way next, right after this timeout. And we bring you back to Husky Stadium, getting set for the opening kickoff of today's game between the Lamar Cardinals and the HBU Huskies. Let's bring in the third member of our crew, Maya Golden, on the sideline with HBU coach Vic Sheely.
Coach, today is a day of first. Graduating class for HBU, and their last home game of the season has to be an emotional day.
Oh, very much so. You know, we got 27 seniors, 13 of them were with us in 2013, and we didn't even have a field that we're standing on right now. And then we had others join us, and so this is a great day for our program to see these seniors off, and hope we get a win.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
All right, Maya, thanks very much. The Lamar Cardinals won the opening coin toss. They have elected to receive. They will defend the end zone to our left, dressed in the all-white uniforms with the red trim. HBU in the blue jerseys with the white numerals, white pants, and white helmets. And you'll see some interesting decals on the HBU helmets we'll get into a little bit later. Great day for football here in November in Houston, Texas. 75 degrees, 50% humidity. Winds from the east at 8 miles per hour. Couldn't ask for a much better day. So now Alec Chadwick will tee the ball up at the 35-yard line to the right. Back deep for the Lamar Cardinals. On the far side is Desmond Beals. On the near side, Dorian Gaston. And we're just about set for action. Two teams desperately in need of a victory as the season approaches its finale next week. Chadwick drives it down the near sideline and through the end zone. So Lamar will scrimmage 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line under the direction of senior quarterback Blake McKenzie making his first start. He's 6'3", 216. has only thrown 31 passes on the season, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
And Tom, when we had a chance to talk to Mike Schwartz, the head coach this week on the conference call, he talked about the leadership of McKenzie. He's a guy that stands out for all his teammates as well as his program. Let's see how he gets off to a fast start in his first series.
Young man who started the year as the holder on special teams, and that was it. Third teamer, but injuries have put him in the starting role today. Jet sweep on first down. And with running room is Kirkland Banks. And Banks will be forced out of bounds across the 35-yard line to the 39-yard line for a 14-yard pickup.
And Tom, that's a great play call right there by Coach Schultz. Just out of the gate, you see in this replay here, Banks get the ball in some space, got a great block there by the receiver, which allowed him to get some more room and pick up the first down.
4-man front for HBU. Play fake, and McKenzie will throw for the first time. Maybe. No, he's going to pull it down and run. Got some room to the far sideline. And dives for the first down up near midfield.
And Tom, McKenzie's not known for his running skills. He's more of a pocket presence type of quarterback. But when you give him an opportunity, he can take off and get that first down. Great job by the 6'3" senior quarterback to be able to read the coverage, get away from the defenders, and pick up the first down for the traveling Lamar Cardinals.
25 yards on the first 2 plays from scrimmage for Lamar. Straight ahead run off the left side for Kendrick King, their leading running back. And he gets a couple. Here's the rest of the starting lineup for Lamar on offense. You see King, the running back. New center today in JT Von Gore, a freshman, taking over for the leader of that offensive line, Matthew Oubre, who's out with an injury.
Keep your eye on number 88, Hawthorne, as well. He's a playmaker for the wide receiver position.
King again over the left side, and not much doing this time, as the HBU defense has been all over him these last 2 runs. So now it's a third down play for Lamar on the season, converting just 32% of the time. Quick substitutions for HBU. Can they get set in time? Looks like they will. McKenzie looks to throw over the middle. Got him in at the 30-yard line. Loose at the 25 and tackled at the 23-yard line is DeJuan Thompson. And penalty markers are down. We've got a little skirmish here on the near sideline between number 88, Martell Hawthorne, and number 19, Dominique Barnett. So hold the phone as to whether or not this play is going to stand. I think the play will stand, and it's going to be a dead ball foul, I would think, not, if there's going to be an enforcement one way or the other.
Yeah, I agree, Tom. The play will stand. Great catch there by the receiver across the middle for Lamar. But a bonehead play between 2 individuals after the play.
Well away from the play.
Yeah, actually away from the play. It didn't have anything to do with the play itself. But as you can see, it's senior day. A lot of motions are running high on the side for HBU. Lamar is coming in trying to get their first victory as well in the conference. A lot of guys have a lot on their shoulders.
Both players first on sports like down count, first down.
You see the replay there, and finding a nice seam over the middle was Thompson. And McKenzie found him at the 24-yard line, a pickup at 24 yards. Now it's 1st and 10 for Lamar inside Husky territory. Banks starts in motion, give him that jet sweep left side, cuts inside a block from King, and will get about 5 yards. We'll take a look at the HBU defense, which has been the hallmark of their team this season, led by the linebackers in the middle, Cody Moncure and Garrett Dolan.
Yeah, Garrett Dolan is a phenomenal football player. He's a student of the game, very aggressive player between the tackles.
5-yard pickup on first down. Throw over the middle, and it's intercepted at the 4-yard line. Taking the ball away is Raphael Lewis, and Lewis is free to the 30. He could go all the way. They will not catch him. Raphael Lewis on the tip ball goes 94 yards for a touchdown for HBU.
And just like that, Tom, the defense steps up for HBU on senior day, setting the tone early, getting the turnover and the interception. Outstanding job there by the defensive back, running it back for 94 yards for the touchdown and getting his fans into this game on senior day.
4th interception of the year for Lewis. 2nd one he's returned for a touchdown. And now Chadwick will try and tack on a point after. The holder is Jack Swenson. One of the original 13, Danny Garza, the deep snapper. Good snap and hold. And the kick by Chadwick is good.
You can see McKenzie try to force it into his receiver. The receiver had his hands on the football, but a playmaker made a play there. As you see the defensive back there grabbing the football. But watch these moves here, Tom, as he gets away from the offensive players of Lamar, and nothing but speed and opportunity as he runs down the sideline, earning the first touchdown for HBU on senior day here in front of their home fans.
Well, Marcus Deggs was the intended receiver. Had the ball go through his hands, and Johnny on the spot was Raphael Lewis to take it back for the score. What a change of events right here as Lamar had a great opening drive going, Lamont. They're in the red zone and can't cash it in.
Impressive drive there by Lamar. They was set the tempo early by running the ball and try to establish a passing game, but it was a little bit too aggressive when they got in the red zone, which forced a turnover. Then they're down by 7 points.
Officially, they gave it 96 yards and not 94 for the score. And a 7-0 HBU lead. Gaston again on the near side, Fields on the far side to await Chadwick's kick. 2 minutes and 25 seconds into the game, and already a big play by the HBU defense. Chadwick's kickoff will hit on the end line and go through the end zone, and once again, Lamar scrimmages from their own 25-yard line. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how McKenzie reacts because he looked very confident on his first couple of throws until he gets that tip ball. Now, that really wasn't his fault. He fit the ball in very well. That's more on the receiver, so it's going to be interesting to see how it affects his confidence.
Yeah, and he's a guy that stepped in the game last week in the second half, played for the most part and played pretty decent. That momentum carried over in the first series. Like you said, Tom, it was not his fault on that last play. However, he is the leader of the offense, and he has to bounce back.
Running play coming near side. This is Thompson trying to get to the edge, and blue shirts will knock him down. Garrett Dolan.
There he is, Garrett Dolan, the outstanding linebacker for HBU, has really put a face to the defense for the HBU team this season. As you can see him hustling from sideline to sideline, his lateral movement is outstanding, and great aggressive play at the end, tackling and bringing the running back down to the ground.
Gain of only a yard, 2nd down and 9. McKenzie looks right, now looks left, throws, and finds his man Thompson. Diving catch just at the 40-yard line. Well, Tom, that should be good for a first down.
And Tom, we wanted to know how he was going to bounce back. Well, those type of plays, McKenzie needs to create and continue throughout this first quarter in order for his team to get back into this ball game.
Lamar really pushing the tempo offensively, trying to keep HBU off balance. McKenzie looking for some place to go, stumbles and falls for a loss of a yard back to the 39-yard line. That time, HBU's rush stayed in their lanes and really didn't give them an opportunity to find some place to go right or left.
Actually, we call that a cover sack. The cover was outstanding by the defensive backs. McKenzie had nowhere to go. He tried to run the ball, and down he went.
2nd down, we'll call it 11. Moncure thought he was going to blitz from the near side. Number 22 now backs out. Moncure does come. They throw the other way. This is Deggs. Lewis on the coverage tried to rip the ball out of his arms as he knocks him out of bounds at the 47, making the 48-yard line. It will leave Lamar with a 3rd and 2.
Third downs are huge for Lamar on the road as well as for the season. They had no consistency to continue to move the sticks. Let's see how they do on this 3rd down play, if they're going to go to the passing game or run the football.
3 receivers near side, run the option, pitch it in the backfield. And coming around the corner is Darian Randall, and he will have the first down across midfield into HBU territory.
Good patience there by Randall, as you can see in this replay here. Pitch by McKenzie. Watch the patience as his receiver steps up the block. Was able to miss that defender right there, which allowed him to pick up that extra yard for the first down. Good job there by the running back.
2nd time that Lamar's had the ball. 2nd time they've made it across midfield into HBU territory. From the 47. And once again, it's a handoff, and this time no place to go for Randall, the sophomore out of Navasota, 5'10", 208. And we get whistled. We have an injured player for HBU down at the bottom of the stack. Not exactly sure who the player is. Might be Taryn Timmons. It is number 2, Timmons, the senior defensive end.
Media.
So a very high-pressure start for this Lamar offense, Lemont. They have not had any trouble moving the ball down the field so far against a very good HBU defense. Looks as though that Mike Schultz and company have got a very good game plan for today's game.
Absolutely, and I'm impressed what I'm seeing thus far in this first quarter by the Lamar Cardinals. Coming in with McKenzie, you know his skill set as a leader and as a senior. You want to put him in a position to be successful. And right now, Coach Schultz has done a great job by mixing it up, keeping the balanced attack offensively.
Back to work we go as they get Timmons to the near sideline to be attended to by the training staff. Second down and 10 for Lamar for the HBU 47. They trail 7-0. And once again, McKenzie to the outside, throws to Kirkland Banks, and Banks will be dragged out of bounds by Taylor Thompson inside the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll make it a 9-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
And what we're seeing, the game plan for Lamar is spread out the defense of HBU. They're very aggressive in this box. So if you're spreading them out with your receivers, you give your players, Lamar players, an opportunity to make plays in space. Give the ball to Banks and company, and let's see what they can do.
Quick movement along the defensive front for HBU. It'll be a running play, and it'll be good for the first down. Tough yardage for Darian Randall, but he only needed 1. He got 2 to the 36-yard line and will keep the drive alive for the Cardinals.
Ball marked at the 36-yard line.
This will be the 9th play of the drive for the Cardinals. Started at their own 25. 3 men in the backfield. Fake it to Banks. Run option for McKenzie. Tries to use the stiff arm. It'll be thrown to the turf by the defensive end, Andre Walker, the sophomore out of Slidell, Louisiana.
Good hustle there by Walker. You see in this replay here, McKenzie wants to go to the option, speed option pitch. Look at Walker and that speed, running him down. The 6'4", the 6'3" quarterback, Walker did an outstanding job getting off his block and making the play on that last play.
But it was still a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5, McKenzie to the near sideline. Nice catch and then dropped. Leaning for it on the outside was Isaiah Howard, the junior out of Fulton, Mississippi, with 13 catches on the year. Had his hands on that one, but couldn't bring it in.
And Tom, these are the guys we want to keep our eye on. Isaiah Howard at 6'4", he's a playmaker for Lamar Cardinals offensively. They like to go deep with him as well as up in the air. As they approach this red zone, I expect Coach Schultz to continue to come at Isaiah Howard for a touchdown.
And right now we're going to get a timeout. Mike Schultz and offensive coordinator Dan Dodd going to bring his offensive unit over to the sideline with 8:49 to play here in the opening quarter. HBU on top by a score of 7-0 here at Husky Stadium in Houston on a beautiful November afternoon.
What's next for me is hopefully I'll be able to graduate my master's in human resource management, and hopefully I'll be able to get a job at a great firm somewhere in the human resource department, and I'm available. Hire me.
Austin Holly, the starting defensive tackle for this HBU defense, wears number 64 with his thoughts on his final home game, and he is one of these original 13, Lamont, that have laid the groundwork for what's to come here at HBU, only in its 5th year of existence in college football.
Yeah, and he's a part of the legacy that will stand forever here in Houston, Texas for HBU. This young man is out of Spring, Texas, Klein High School, and I like the fact that he's promoting his opportunity after playing football, which speaks volumes for the university, because these young men, these 13 individual young men will have an opportunity not just have success today on the football field, but after football, they'll be able to have success in the corporate America.
3rd down and 5, and it's a running play, and it's not going to be enough. Kyle Bowling makes the stop on Miles Wanza, and Bowling took the worst of that shot as he came up to make the tackle shy of the first down at about the 28-yard line. Bowling going to stay on the field. It's going to be 4th down and a long 2 for Lamar.
And here's a tough position to be in for our Coach Schultz. You have momentum, guys moving the ball down the field consistently. Now with Blake McKenzie, do you want to go with the quarterback sneak, or are you going to have an opportunity to throw the ball up to Howard?
9 for 28 on 4th down is Lamar this season. 32%. Can they convert here on a 4th and 2 from the HBU 28? Once again, it's Wanza, and Dolan says, no way, not on my house and not on senior day.
Big stop there by Dolan. Garrett Dolan, the outstanding linebacker for HBU, has been consistent for this team all season. You can see in this replay here, the handoff, here comes Dolan, breaking through the tackles, bringing down the running back, getting this crowd back into this game. Great stop there, turnover down for HBU defensively. Continue this momentum after their touchdown run and return for the interception. Now Dolan with the big stop, giving the offense an opportunity to hit the field for the first time in this first quarter.
And they will take the field under the direction of redshirt freshman Jesse Krebs, 6'1", 190 out of Rich Point High School, making his first appearance of the season as injuries have decimated the quarterback position for HBU. This is Terrence Peters. Breaks a tackle at the 35 and will go out of bounds to the 36, maybe the 37-yard line. Just ducked under the tackle attempt by Jalen Bowden to pick up a couple of extra yards.
It's amazing, Tom, seeing that Lamar had the opportunity to have the ball 2 consecutive times offensively. I'm anticipating to see HBU to get out to a fast start as well offensively. You can see on this running play here, good fight and good hustle there by the running back, shaking off the defender and picking up some more positive yards.
Peters again will try and go up the middle. He'll get about 4 to the 39-yard line before he will be brought down there. Tackle made by James Jeffrey, defensive tackle, sophomore out of Houston. And Peters has earned 9 yards on the first 2 carries. Keep 3rd down and 1.
And Tom, what we want to do is keep our eye on the right side of the offensive line for HBU. That's their outstanding power side if they want to run the football for this first down.
Covering the ball, Cody Hooks, junior college transfer in the middle. Peters again, starts right, tried to go back left, and he ran right into Bowden. And Bowden didn't miss on that tackle. Brought him down at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 1.
Bowden is an impact player for Lamar all season. And you can see on this last play, he's a very aggressive player as well. Finding a way to get in the backfield, down, stop for loss, forcing the 4th down right now for HBU as they continue to get back on the field. And it looks like they're going to punt the football.
Christian Guzman, one of the best in the Southland Conference, averaging 42 yards a kick, will send it away. Rodney Randall back at his 15. Guzman with a towering spiral kick. Drives Randall back to the 10, fumble the football. HBU may have it at the 13. Covering the football for the Huskies, it's Derek Brown II.
And I tell you one thing, Tom, momentum and breaks are on the side of HBU right now, maybe because it's senior day. Good opportunity there by the special teams to be able to pick up that fumble recovery and give their offense back the ball in the red zone. Right now, the fans are into this game, we're into this game, and it's senior day, and it's an outstanding day here in Houston, Texas.
So now, Jesse Krebs and company get a chance to see what they can do in the red zone. But red zone opportunities have been hard to come by for this HBU team this season. Now they're going to go Wildcat with Ladarius Dickens in the backfield. Jet sweep for Peters. He's going to throw it back to Dickens at the 8. Got a block in the end zone. Touchdown! HBU scores on a trick play. Peters to Dickens from 13 yards, and it's 13-0.
A little razzle-dazzle there by the offensive coordinator. As they said this week in the conference call, Tom, as you can remember that we're going to go with some Wildcat, but they didn't tell us they were going to go with the Wildcat halfback pass.
No, they didn't.
Great execution there on that last play. Outstanding play call by the coaching staff. HBU is rolling right now offensively.
Well, the Huskies have been opportunistic. An interception return, 96 yards per score. Fumbled punt recovered at the 13. Halfback pass for a touchdown. Chadwick's point after try. Wow. It's blocked. And on the run for the Cardinals. Back to midfield, and he will go the distance. I believe that is Nate Jones. Or no, that's Randall. Randall, who fumbled the punt, picked up the loose ball on the block. Here's Peters with the throwback.
It's just a simple handoff, baiting the defensive backs as well as the linebackers. which allows the quarterback, which became the running back again, to get behind the receivers for the touchdown. Outstanding play call there by the offensive coordinator.
Now here's the block kick.
Good penetration there by number 30 for Lamar to get his hands
Dedrick
up.
Garner got it, and Randall scooped it up.
Scoop and score. Randall was able to pay attention to what took place. Nothing but opportunity and real estate in front of him as he gets his team an opportunity to put some points on the board. Even though it's 2 points, it's an opportunity for Lamar to get back into this game.
6 minutes and 23 seconds to play in what's been a very exciting first quarter.
Yeah.
And HBU has a 13-2 lead, and you're not going to find 13-2 scores very often, Limon.
And Tom, if you can throw the record book out of the window right now, you couldn't tell that these two teams doesn't have a win in the conference, but they're playing like they're the top 2 teams in the Southland Conference right now. Great energy, great environment, senior day. Both teams are fighting, trying to find a way to win this game. I like what I'm seeing thus far by both teams in this first quarter.
Well, HBU had only been in the red zone 18 times through the first 9 games. That's only twice a game, and converted touchdowns on 7 of those opportunities will make it 8 for 19 now. Let's go quickly to the sideline for Maya Golden.
Well, guys, today HBU players putting aside the Husky decal to honor those who have served our country in the military. Today, HBU players are wearing decals to represent the branches of service. Many choosing the decals to represent family members who have served. In some cases, players are wearing 2 decals. Tom and Lamont.
I think it's a great tradition that HBU started last year for Military Appreciation Day, and for the players to go out and do something like this, I think is an outstanding tradition that'll go for a long time here at HBU.
I agree.
Once again, Chadwick's kick clears the back of the end zone. And so for the 3rd time, Lamar is going to get it, their own 25-yard line. They have been denied twice, once on an interception return for a touchdown, the other on a 4th down stop. They find themselves down by 11 at 13-2.
And if you're Coach Schultz right now, you're talking to Lamar Cardinals and you're in the huddle before you go out there, the offensive unit, you want to just say, continue to do what we've been doing thus far in this first quarter. We will get into the end zone. Blake McKenzie has done a great job thus far, in my opinion. I think he's been leading this team by bringing a balanced attack, by running the ball and throwing the ball. Let's see how they continue to build off that momentum and hopefully get their first touchdown here on the road.
They'll put it on the near hash mark, 1st and 10, McKenzie with an empty backfield. Stand and throw to the outside. Kirkland Banks trying to put a move on Dominique Barnett, who got him right into the boundary after a short gain of maybe 3.
Again, Lamar wants to keep their playmakers in some space, Tom, to be able to make some plays. Quick release by McKenzie gives that player the opportunity to make some plays, and they did that on that last play.
On 2nd down, quick toss on the corner, and Banks with a nice move, got across the 40, got free, and will be thrown to the turf in HBU territory. And check it, that was not Banks. That was 22 Miles Wanza instead of 23 Banks. We have an injured Lamar player right near the midfield stripe, and that appears to be Isaiah Howard.
And Wanza is a freshman out of Houston, Texas, went to Summer Creek High School. Got a chance to see this kid a lot last year as well as this season for Lamar. He has that breakaway speed and the power that Lamar would need on the road today in order for him to get this victory.
Missed the last couple of games with injury, Limont, and they're glad to have him back in there because their running back stable, like their quarterback stable, has gotten beat up over the course of this season.
No doubt. They've been having some injuries on the offensive side of the ball at the quarterback position, but at the running back position as well. If they can continue to have some success, have a running game by committee, you never know. They can pull this victory off on the road.
1st and 10 from the HBU 49-yard line. So 3 possessions, 3 trips across midfield. Thrown to the outside, McKenzie, too tall for Diggs. For Dax, rather, as he was covered on the outside there by Raphael Lewis. You don't want to throw too many passes Lewis's way.
No, not at all.
He's a pretty dangerous guy.
Very aggressive guy as well.
Another guy you want to stay away from is Nicholas Smith, number 5, one of the safeties. 2nd down, throwing is McKenzie, too tall on the near sideline, trying to find Martell Hawthorne.
You got to like the pressure coming from the outside by HBU on that last play. They brought Bowling, the linebacker from the left side out of Katy, Texas, forced McKenzie to step up in the pocket, rush that throw to Hawthorne.
This HBU defense has lost 6 defensive linemen, so it's mix and match And so they're playing kind of on the small side. So you really don't know where these guys are coming from in a passing situation. McKenzie's in trouble on third down, reverses his field. Bowling chases him inside, and they've got him at the 40-yard line. Bowling and Moncure team up for the sack back at the 40 in Lamar territory.
Excellent job by keeping containment. You see McKenzie steps up, but he tried to turn back around to get to the outside. But here come Bowling and McCoy bringing him down. Outstanding job there by the defensive unit. Good group tackle there, bringing down McKenzie.
Two outside linebackers teaming up for the sack will force the first punt of the day. And this will be Tyler Sladen standing at his own 27. Brandon Taylor back deep, off the side of his foot, spirals down the near sideline. Taylor gets it and steps out of bounds at the 19-yard line. There was contact out of bounds. The HBU players don't like it. Lane Taylor was there, but Taylor was saying, I was pushed by a defender, and I had no way to stop my momentum, and I think that's the right call.
Yeah, that is the right call, Tom. He was actually pushed by one of the guys who was blocking him, and unfortunately he ran into the guy.
4 minutes, 58 seconds to go. Opening quarter, final home game of the season for the original 13 for HBU, and they lead by 11. Jesse Krebs back at the controls for HBU. They take over at their own 19-yard line. 4:58 left here in the opening quarter. Krebs will have Peters to his left shoulder. Peters will take it, plants the foot, cuts it up across the 20 out to about the 22-yard line. David Crossley there on the tackle. Crossley, a freshman out of DeRidder, Louisiana. One of two Crossley brothers. Daniel, his older brother, is sophomore defensive lineman, wears number 90. Second down and 7. Peters again. Tries to follow his blocks and will get about 3 more yards.
And what we're seeing, Tom, right now offensively for HBU is that they're going to rely on that offensive line to be able to take the pressure off the freshman quarterback today against Lamar. They want to be able to establish a running game with their running back, Peters, and continue to wear down that defensive front for Lamar.
It's been a problem for the Huskies, only averaging 90 yards a game on the ground, getting that running game going. They really need it today. 3 receivers to the top of the formation. Krebs looks that way, throws that way, caught by David Racine for the first down out to the 35-yard line. Making a break on it was Shyler Staton, and he just missed picking it off, and he could have gone the other way.
And Tom, I wanted to see what the freshman was going to do when he had to make a big play. Well, here he is. Krebs was able to find the receiver on the come-in route. Outstanding job by the receiver to come in and focus on the football and pick up the first down for HBU.
Jesse Krebs with a big third down conversion out to the 35. 1st and 10 for the Huskies. Wildcat, direct snap to Peters, in trouble trying to verse his field. He's going to lose 4 yards. Back to the 31-yard line. He got double teamed by Seth Adams and Jalen Bowden for the loss.
Good hustle there by Bowden. Bowden's the guy that's going to lead this defensive front in the secondary for the Lamar Cardinals. He likes to play in the box a lot and be aggressive against the run. Outstanding job there by Bowden.
Now Krebs comes back out on the field. Racine Fry and Hall will go to the top of the formation. Now Hall comes in motion. Fake the jet sweep. Krebs in trouble, just has to throw it away. Coming off the edge was Chasten Brooks, their outstanding junior linebacker. Leads them with 64 tackles on the year and forced Krebs to just throw it away.
Yeah, smart play there by Krebs. Didn't see anything that he liked, so he was able to throw it away and play for another down. You want to see how your freshman quarterback is going to respond and react to plays like that, and he did an outstanding job throwing the ball away and going into third down.
But this is what HBU doesn't want to have, third down and long. Third down and 14 now for the Huskies at their own 31. Lamar's defense crowds the box as everybody is within 15 yards of the line of scrimmage. Krebs under trouble. Tried to throw the screen, and Peters lost his footing and fell over and couldn't bring it in. He had a couple of blockers out in front, and he'd been able to keep his feet and make the catch.
You see the pressure coming down the middle from Lamar right there as Peters falls down. The screen was starting to set up there with the offensive lineman out there, but the pressure in front of the freshman quarterback forced him to rush it, and now it's fourth down.
On the punt for the second time is Guzman. Randall back to await it. He fumbled the last one, and it cost them a touchdown, and a rocket by Guzman sends Randall backpedaling to the 11-yard line. Now turns it back upfield to the 20, to the 25, still on his feet. He's got some room with a blocker in front at midfield. Guzman is the only one who can get him, and he cannot. Rodney Randall goes 89 yards, but there is a penalty marker back at the 34-yard line, so hold the foe.
Man, that was an impressive run there by Randall. Hopefully he can stand for the Lamar Cardinals because they definitely need that on the road.
58-yard kick, but it's going to be a block in the back.
10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. Down. Lamar.
Take a look at this return again.
You can see Banks backpedaling, but the stiff arm was able to get him some momentum. Then he just jerked his way in and out of the defenders. The block in the back was right before that play, before he hit to the outside. But you can just see right there the effort by the young man, despite it being negated by the defender.
So they're going to walk the ball back to where? 16-yard line? 16-yard line is where the Cardinals will start. Could have been one of those plays that really turned the momentum, Levon, because you had 2 touchdowns, but you got a little bit of momentum when you blocked the PAT and picked up some points. And if you could have scored on special teams, Cardinals would have been right back in this game. Absolutely. They needed that play. Unfortunately, it didn't happen for them, but let's see how McKenzie can be able to get this team back into this game with less than 3 minutes before second quarter. He's got Wanza to his left and Thompson to his right in the backfield. Fake to Wanza. McKenzie will keep. Ran into the safety, Nicholas Smith, as he got across the 20 out to the 22-yard line. But a nice pickup of 6. Yeah, it was a great pickup there by 6 yards for McKenzie, but that's not his skill set, in my opinion. That's what hurt their offense last week with their quarterback going down to Andrew Adams, taking a lot of unnecessary shots by the defenders. McKenzie got to get that ball out of his hand because he's not known for running the football. Second down and 4. Give it to Wanza, and he is hit by Cody Moncure inside the 20-yard line for a loss. Moncure is another impact player for HBU defensively. The other side of the linebacker core outside of Nolan, and you can just see his close defense. Number 49. Oh. 5-yard penalty. Andre Walker, the defensive end on the near side, got in the neutral zone, and so it would have been a loss. Results in a 5-yard walk-off and a first down for Lamar. Yeah, huge break there for Lamar to be able to pick up that 5-yard gain on the mistake of HBU defense. 3 receivers to the top of the formation for McKenzie, who will keep Wanza in the backfield with him. Fake to Wanza, throw it outside. Thompson looking for room. Garrett Dolan will make the tackle, but not before. Thompson will pick up a first down out at the 40-yard line. And Tom, that's the game plan for Lamar right now in this first quarter, is to continue to spread out the defense of HBU. By spreading them out gives Lamar the opportunity to give the ball quick and hairy to their playmakers in space, Thompson and company,
We would like to have that continue to go here in the second quarter for them on the road.
1st and 10 now for the Cardinals from the 40. Banks goes back toward the formation. Instead, give it straight ahead inside to Wanza, and Wanza will pick up nearly 4 yards before he'll be thrown back. First guy to bear hug him around the waist was Cody Moncure before the help put him down after the 4-yard pickup.
Having Wanza is a big plus for Lamar offensively. He's a young man, freshman out of Houston. He's a smaller running back, but he gets between those tackles. He's hard to find and bring down.
Banks again goes in motion again. The handoff to Wanza, hit right as he got to the hole. It stopped for a gain of a yard at the 45-yard line. And that time it was Bowling who was down at the bottom of the stack who made the initial contact.
I tell you one thing, Tom, I'm very impressed. As a former outside linebacker, HBU has some of the best linebacker core in the Southland Conference. The last couple of games, these guys are playing phenomenal, especially here on senior day in front of their home fans.
Now it's 3rd down and 5. McKenzie throws and threw it in the dirt. That was a nose down spiral looking for Daggs on the far side. Lewis was on the coverage. It'll be 4th and 5 with 4 seconds left in the quarter, and Lamar is going to have to kick it away.
Yeah, tough break there by Lamar. They had some momentum. They got some success, got some breaks from penalties, but 3 and out is their formula right now offensively in this first quarter. They can sustain some drives and get back to what they did in the first 2 series. Maybe they can have a chance to get back into this game, but HBU defense is flying around and making plays.
Taylor stands back at his 10-yard line. Slayton's kick will hit inside the 20. And he called for the fair catch, picked it up on a hop, and the play is dead right there at the 16-yard line. That'll be the end of the first quarter. But it was an action-packed first 15 minutes of the ball game. A couple of early touchdowns, an interception return for a score, and a halfback pass to the Wildcat back, giving HBU the 13-2 lead. Alongside Lemont Williams and with Maya Golden down on the sideline, Tom Franklin with you from Husky Stadium in Houston. We start the second quarter between HBU and Lamar, with the Huskies having the ball at their own 16-yard line and leading by a score of 13-2. Jesse Krebs, the young redshirt freshman making his first start, stays in the controls for HBU. Terrence Peters will be to his right shoulder. Fake to Peters, throw on the outside, too tall for Ethan Fry, their leading receiver. It was going to be a short game. Good coverage on the outside for Lamar by Shyler Stanton.
And what we're seeing in Jesse Crabb, the freshman quarterback, his timing is off slightly a little bit with the receivers due to the fact that he's been inserted back into the offense, or inserted in the offense for the first time. It's going to take him some time to be able to learn the routes and the timing with his receivers throughout this game.
HBU only with 34 yards of offense in the first quarter, but took advantage of 2 miscues for their scores. Krebs throwing deep near side for Fry and overthrew him. Running stride for stride was Stanton. Fry looking for a penalty marker, but none was coming from the side judge here on the near sideline.
Yeah, Tom, back-to-back opportunity attempts to go to Fry, their leading receiver. Again, it goes back to what I just stated about timing. Right now, the timing is off with the freshman quarterback trying to find time and find the rhythm of his receivers. Overthrew him on that last play.
3 receivers to the top of the formation. Fry is on the near side. Krebs gets a news call from the sideline. Has Peters, and will put him on his right shoulder. Give it to Peters, trying to break outside right, and nothing doing. The white shirts were all over him. And once again, Jalen Bowden, he has been flying all over the field today so far, Lemont.
In Beaumont, they call him the closer. Bowden is the guy that likes to run downhill, make plays. As you can see in this replay here, watch number 3 come from your top screen. Comes in, close in, speed. Bringing down the running back. Outstanding job there by Bowden. They call him the closer in Beaumont. He's bringing that effort and that energy here in Houston, Texas, doing a phenomenal job defensively for his Cardinals, forcing a 3 and out.
Guzman with 2 punts, for 56 yards, but now punts into the wind this time. And you can see the wind hold it up and knock it down as it hits near midfield and bounces into Lamar territory. Got a great roll down to the 40-yard line. So it'll be a 43-yard kick with no return for Guzman into the wind. And with 14:28 to go here in the second quarter, HBU leads 13-2, and Lamar will take over.
It seems like things are starting to settle down on both sides of the football, on both sides of the field as well, Tom. And as things start to settle down, we're starting to see who's going to come up with big plays.
Let's take a listen to Eduardo Osegueda, senior offensive lineman, his thoughts on his final home game.
It's a blessing to know that I'm able to start something off for other generations to come, and just like that I could go in my future and go back to the past and say that I actually started something. Like, I started the first season at HBU, and just, it's a great feeling, and I love it.
Eduardo Osegueda, senior out of Humble, Texas, starting right guard. His thoughts on being one of the original 13 here at HBU, 5-year players that have put this program on the map. First down running play for the Cardinals went to Randall, and Randall picked up a yard. And now we got another running play to the right side that will get close to first down yardage out near midfield. Miles Wanza, and Wanza's had a nice first half here. That time he rolls for 7 yards, and that gives him now 36 yards on 6 carries so far in the game.
Yeah, Wanza is bringing a lot of energy to a much-needed Cardinals offense throughout this first half.
3rd down and 2 for the Cardinals from near midfield at the 48 in Lamar territory, and Wanza stays in the backfield. They'll toss it to him on the edge. He'll have the first down, broke a tackle from Latravian G, and picked up about 10 more yards. He'll get down to the 42 and maybe the 41-yard line in HBU territory.
Nice job there by Wanza by taking the first lick, but keep on ticking as he continued to move those feet, picking up some more positive yards and getting the first down for his offense.
So far, Lamar's offense has really been on track here. Over 150 yards in the ball game, but they don't have any offensive points to show for it. Wanza over the right side, and a nice gain as he'll get inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line before Moncure can bring him down there.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Coach Schultz is going to the freshman, and Wanza, he's putting everything on this young man's shoulders. He's doing a great job thus far.
Going with tempo, and Wanza again will be about a yard shy of the first down as 4 blue shirts team up to make the stop at the 32-yard line. It will leave Lamar with a 3rd down and 1. One of the guys at the bottom of the pile for HBU was Andre Walker. Now they bring in Kendrick King to be the running back on 3rd down and 1. And we get whistles coming in from the officials, and we get a timeout. Is it HBU calling the timeout?
Lamar's actually called the timeout.
Be the second timeout for Lamar with 12:05 to play here in the first half. Cardinals trailing 13-2.
And Coach Schultz probably just want to regroup his guys. 3rd down and 1. You want to make sure that they're focused and ready to go on this 3rd down. We talked about their offense needed big plays.
Shot of the downtown Houston skyline on a gorgeous November afternoon in Houston, Texas. The HBU Huskies with a 13-2 lead over the Lamar Cardinals. 12:05 to play here in the first half. And we've got a big 3rd down and 1 for Lamar at the HBU 32-yard line as play returns. Fake to King, run the option. McKenzie will have the first down. He'll get inside the 30 to close to the 26-yard line. And Smith there on the tackle, but not before. He picked up 5 in the first.
And Tom, excellent play call there by the offensive coordinator. redirecting to McKenzie at 6'3", be able to get him some momentum and get that 1 yard for the first down.
McKenzie, quick throw to the outside. Has his man here, Dorian Gaston. He'll be forced out of bounds around the 25-yard line. Short gain on the play for the Cardinals. They'll spot it at the 24-yard line for a 3-yard pickup. Gaston, 6'2" junior out of Ripley, Mississippi, came in with 9 catches on the season. McKenzie running option, late pitch on the outside for Thompson. Thompson with a pirouette, should be close to first down yardage near the 16-yard line.
Outstanding play there by Thompson, athletic play as well. Shows some athleticism, was able to reach back. In this replay, you can see late pitch there by McKenzie. A phenomenal job there by Thompson Jr. Be able to grab the ball and continue the momentum, getting some positive yards for the Cardinals.
Now at the 16-yard line in the red zone, 1st and 10, running play. This is Kendrick King, and the ball is stripped away, and HBU's got it. It was Latravian G who came up and got his hands on the ball and ripped it free, and another turnover for Lamar, and a 3rd turnover of the game for HBU with their defense.
We talked to the coach this week, he said King was suffering from some injuries. He looked timid on that last play, but give credit to the defensive back for the HBU as he was able to rip the ball out, pick it up, scoop, was able to get the football back to his offense. Again, HBU defense has been aggressive today on senior day. They're doing an outstanding job. As you can see, just King's running soft and allow the defensive back to be able to reach in and strip the football out of his hands, giving HBU another opportunity here in this first half of the turnover.
G came in there, and just as he went for the tackle, he said, well, wait a minute, I got football here. I might as well keep after it. And he was able to rip it free for Latravian G. That is his 2nd forced fumble of the year. Ladarius Dickens with a first down run over the left side for HBU, lowers his shoulder and worked hard to pick up 2.
It looks like HBU's going with the Wildcat with a new quarterback, number 1. I want to say it looks like
that's Isaiah Hall. So they're playing the Wildcat formation. Hall has Dickens to his left and the blocking H-back Tyler Carver to his right. Dickens again, started right, cut back left, will get a couple across the 25-yard line. Will leave HBU with about a 3rd and medium here. But offensive coordinator Scott Smith and head coach Vic Shealy trying to keep Lamar's defense off balance by mixing in this Wildcat formation since they don't have a proven quarterback to go to.
And we talked about that with the coaching staff this week. They want to kind of throw some wrinkles in the system this Saturday, and then we're going to see a lot of Wildcat from HBU.
Now Hall goes in motion across the formation from right to left. Krebs back in there, will throw far side for Hall, has the first down and dances out right near the stick. And they're going to put him out of bounds at the 34-yard line, good for a 1st and 10.
Well, double duties for the senior wide receiver and Isaiah Hall. As you can see here, Krebs goes to the quick draw. Hall was able to get away from the defensive back, find some space, get the reception for the first down.
That's what you want to do with a young quarterback like Krebs. Make these quick throws. Don't give him time to sit back there in the pocket and get in trouble trying to study defenses. B.J. Kelly now the running back to go Wildcat with a snap to Peters. He'll keep it around the left side, and he'll be forced out of bounds by Devon Jernigan, but not before Terrence Peters will pick up 5.
The Wildcat seems like the formation is working for HBU in front of their home fans. Like you see, Peters was able to be patient and allow the blocks to set up, use his stiff arm as a weapon to be able to get to the outside and help this offense continue to move down the field.
It's a formation HBU has not shown all year long. Going to be interesting to see what Lamar's defense does at halftime to try and adjust to this Wildcat formation. Peters again for the Wildcat with a play fake and no place to go this time. Reading it was Crossley. Take a look again. You see them keeping their lanes. And Manasseh Miles there to help out with Crossley to make that no gain on 3rd down. Now with 3rd down and 5, Krebs is back in. Hall starts in motion, reverses. Short roll near side. Krebs throws on the run, and 2 receivers in the area, Hall and Fry. And Fry almost had it before it went out of bounds, but that's a mistake by the receivers. Lemont, you can't have 2 guys in that same area so close together.
Absolutely. If you see 2 receivers in the same spot, Tom, that means one is in the wrong spot and one is running the wrong route. As you see Fry and Hall gets tied up in the same location, it just confuses the freshman quarterback and force him to go 3 and out.
Guzman on to punt again. Nice kick into the wind, but the wind knocks it down once again. Coming up for the fair catch and making it there is Kirkland Banks at the 28-yard line. 8:03 to go here in the first half. It's a big day for HBU. The first 5-year senior class graduating for this football program, making their home finale today, and one of them is Cody Moncure, the outstanding outside linebacker.
What's next in life for me? Well, obviously I would hope to play at the next level if the opportunity presents itself. If not, I always got to have a backup plan. I got a great degree from here, finance degree. One summer I had an internship with a financial advisor firm here in Houston. I have a job offer there. And now I'm seeking my MBA right now, and so hopefully that'll open even more doors and just kind of go from there. See where that takes me.
On first down, McKenzie runs the option, find a little seam, and got across the 35 and out to the 38, maybe the 39-yard line for a first down. And Blake McKenzie, you told me this guy wasn't a runner. What's going on here, Lee?
Hey, Tom, after this game, we might always say McKenzie's a dual-threat quarterback because throughout the season, he's established himself as a pocket presence quarterback, but on the road, he's running, and he's doing a great job thus far.
Wanza with the handoff up the middle, and he'll be bulldog down shy of the 45-yard line. Coming up to make the stop, Tyler Hilaire. But a 6-yard pickup. And Lamar again keeps the foot down on the pedal. This offense going quickly with tempo. Wanza got the fake handoff. McKenzie spins away from Latravian G, and now is able to throw it away. G had a couple of chances to get him down, but somehow McKenzie kept his feet.
Yeah, he did keep he kept his feet in the replays. You can see he coming from the left side, putting pressure on McKenzie. Watch the senior separates himself with the stiff arm right there, kind of buy some more time to throw the ball away. Good fight there by McKenzie. Good hustle by G for HBU.
Now it's 3rd down and 4 for Lamar. Empty backfield as Wanza goes in motion. Throwing back near side, incomplete. Very tight coverage here on the inside. They were looking for Dorian Gaston. Chris Hardiman was all over him, and Gaston thought he was over him too much.
Yeah, another good series there defensively for HBU. They're putting on the show here in this first half in front of their home fans on Senior Day. Playing with a lot of energy, able to fly around. Defensive backs are staying with their guys in man coverage too.
So punting situation again for Tyler Sladen. This time with the wind at his back, sends it end over end near side. Brandon Taylor right on the sideline at the 14-yard line. Got across the 20 to the 22-yard line, but a very nice open field tackle made there on special teams by Sean Rushing. And the Huskies will have it when play returns. 6:55 to play here in the first half. HBU taking advantage of turnovers for a 13-2 lead over Lamar. A look at the campus of Houston Baptist University, Southwest Houston, Texas. Just a little bit beyond that, you will find Husky Stadium where we are. 6:55 to play first half, and HBU with a 13-2 lead over Lamar. Krebs is in at the quarterback spot. Dickens is the running back, and he's got the handoff. Tried to jump over Osageda, his offensive lineman, who got knocked over on the play. He'll pick up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. hard enough to run against the defense. When you have to hurdle your own offensive line, and that's even harder.
Yeah, it was tough for the freshman to be able to find some space and some room as he hurdled over the offensive lineman. But back to HBU offense, they got to find a way to get their fans in. They're into the game, but get their fans over the top by producing some points here in this series, maybe before halftime.
Dickens again with a carry and a tough run. Gets him across the 30 to the 31-yard line. He's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. Ladarius Dickens, freshman out of Rowlett, Texas. Came in with only 7 carries for 31 yards on the season. So now it's 3rd down and 1 for HBU. Dickens at the right shoulder. The blocking back Carver to the left. Try and go that way, and Dickens has got a lane. Got a block on the outside from Hall and got to the edge. And across midfield into Lamar territory goes Ladarius Dickens to the 46-yard line.
Impressive run there by the freshman, and Dickens was able to find some space and be able to be patient on the left side. Pick up the first down for HBU.
23-yard run. Spotted at the 46 in Lamar territory. Quick throw on the outside to David Racine. Short yardage pickup before he will be thrown down there. Tackle made by Nate Jones for the Cardinal defense. Jones, a dangerous secondary player with 5 interceptions on the season, tied for first in the Southland Conference. Krebs gets a new play call and will now spread it to the offensive line. Terrence Peters back in as the running back. Blitz coming. Krebs going to try and run option. Found a little seam and ducked under and picked up about 4 yards. Good read there by Krebs as Bowden will finally make the tackle.
Great hard run there by Krebs as well. The freshman took a big hit at the end. As you see, they run the speed option to the short side of the field. Bowden, the closer for Lamar, comes in with the shot. As you can see, the freshman turns around and talks some smack back to Bowden as he gets up and says, "Is that all you have?" Because this is senior day here at HBU.
Left tackle C.J. Barner just ran to the sideline. He'll be replaced over there by number 74, Tyler Brown. 3rd down and 1. Peters hit in the backfield for a loss. Lamar getting across the line of scrimmage in a hurry. Seth Adams, the junior out of Silsbee with the TFL.
Long coverage there. I see no one blocks the big man as he comes in. Scot-free on Peters, bringing him down for a loss and forcing the 4th down.
And going into the wind from left to right, they will bring on Christian Guzman to try and punt Lamar deep in their own territory. Guzman has 18 kicks inside the 20 thus far this season. Gets a good snap. Sends it high in the air. Randall just lets it go. It'll hit at the 1. Nice, great hop to the side and backwards. And it's going to roll dead back at the 1-yard line. I'm going to bring Christian Guzman with me to the golf course the next time to hit my wedge shots. That was outstanding.
Great kick, great execution on the back end. It must be senior day here in Houston, Texas for HBU, because you only get bounces like that for a program that's trying to get 13 outstanding young men all to the next level after today, after senior day. But outstanding job by the special team. The punter did a great job, execution on the back end by not letting the ball go out of bounds down and at the 1-yard line.
You know, and Randall, the cover man, said, "Yeah, I'm standing at the 10-yard line. This is over my head. I got to let this go." You don't plan on a bounce going backwards and then sideways and burying your team at the 1-yard line. So now how does that change the offensive play calling for Lamar? See what Dan Dodd dials up from the own end zone. McKenzie trying to pass and had it knocked back in his face. To Marco Williams coming in with the bat.
As you can see, the quarterback tried to go with the quick pass. Williams, the junior out of Beaumont, Texas, get those big hands up, knocks the football back. Incomplete pass for McKenzie.
Bring him to my volleyball team next time. McKenzie just going to run it to the right side. He'll get to the 3 and maybe the 4-yard line.
A design quarterback draw there by McKenzie just to give you some space off the 1 yard line. You needed that offensively to kind of give you some breathing room. As right now, HBU defensively is playing phenomenal here in this first half in front of their home fans.
Be 3rd down and 7. Some late changes for HBU on defense. Wanza will be to the left shoulder of McKenzie. Banks goes in motion. From his end zone, McKenzie throws, finds Banks to the 10, and he'll have the first down as he is brought down at about the 13-yard line by Marlon Wilkins.
Good opportunity there by the running back. As you can see, Banks gets out of the backfield, was able to get away from the defender just for a split second. Be able to pick up that first down for the Cardinals on the road.
9 yards on that big 3rd down completion to move the sticks. 1st and 10. We're down to 2.5 to play in the opening half. McKenzie runs option, going to keep it. Latravian G turned him inside. Peoples will make the tackle there, along with Williams. And a penalty marker is down at the 16. Watch it again.
As you see, McKenzie decide to keep the ball at the last second, take a couple of big shots there by the defensive players on the backside, but the outside edge was set there by the offensive tackle.
Foul, chop block, offense, number 5, 73. At the distance to goal, remains first down.
Chop block is the call there. The center was involved, Vigner, along with Hayden Evans. So the walk-off goes back to the 7-yard line, where it is 1st down and long. McKenzie from his end zone to throw. Near sideline, caught across the 20-yard line, and dragging men forward to the 25-yard line is Marcus Daggs.
You know what? That was a great pitch and catch there between the quarterback, McKenzie, and Daggs. Play action pass. McKenzie patience, going through his progressions, is able to find Daggs there, coming in on the end route. Good job there. Good pitch and catch between the receiver and the quarterback.
Clock rolling, 1:50 to play in the half. McKenzie keeps on the option, ducks inside, broke a tackle on the run at the 40, and stumbles. The turf monster got him as he hit the 45, and he went down at the 47-yard line, but a rumble at 22.
Hey, Tom, look at the dual threat quarterback in Blake McKenzie, the 6'3" senior, was able to decide to keep the ball. Look at the speed of the young man. Picking up the first down, showing some heart and some toughness here late in the 2nd quarter for the Cardinals.
Cardinals have moved the ball in the entire half, but no offensive points to show. Here's McKenzie throwing deep down the seam, caught at the 10-yard line, and wrestled down at about the 6-yard line. Martell Hawthorne.
Hawthorne, the 6'4" junior out of Lake Charles, Louisiana. Going deep is McKenzie as he throws it deep to Hawthorne. Nice job there by Hawthorne to shield his body away from the defender, bring in the reception, giving his offense some hope and the opportunity to get some points here before halftime on the road.
He beat their best defensive back, Raphael Lewis, on the play. Ball nicely placed by McKenzie for the over-the-shoulder catch. Even though Lewis was there on good tight coverage, the ball was in a spot where he could do nothing about it.
You can
take
see
a look here.
Hawthorne comes in, shields him off. Ooh, and Hawthorne at 6'4" falls right on the defensive back.
Right in the midsection.
Yeah, right on the defensive back, which forced him to stay on the field.
6'4", 204, landing butt first right in your midsection. That'll shake you up. And Lewis will be helped to the sideline. Hopefully he'll be ready to come back out in the second half. Just 1:14 left here until we get the intermission. They'll have a good chance to work on him. HBU would love to have him back out there. But right now, Lamar's got it in the red zone. Watch. You're going to have another look here from the end zone camera.
You can see the 6'4" Hawthorne just falls on top of the defensive back as he walks back to the sideline.
So from the 6-yard line, can Lamar cash in? Wanza's the running back. He's got the handoff, some daylight up the middle, and ran into the pile at about the 3-yard line and stumbled to about the 2. It'll be 2nd and goal there.
Wanza's really good for the Cardinals offense in the red zone. He's so short, he's hard to find behind those big offensive linemen.
Just a freshman at 5'9". He's got it again, coming left side, broke a tackle to Dolan, got to the end zone for a touchdown. Miles Wanza, second rushing touchdown of the season, comes with 40 seconds to play until halftime and makes it a 13-8 ball game.
Impressive run there by Wanza, the freshman out of Houston Summer Creek High School. 5'9", was able to show some toughness on the backside of that run as he forced his way into the end zone on a 1-yard touchdown run.
Now it'll be Elvin Martinez on to try the point after. 29 of 31 on PAT tries. Good snap and hold, kick up on the way, and the kick is good. And with 40 seconds to go, it's now 13-9. Here's the scoring play again. Watch Dolan come in. Fought off the block, but couldn't get to him. And when that happened, he had clear sailing to the end zone.
And also, Tom, look at the blocking and the spacing right there to give Wanza the opportunity to turn those shoulders and make that hard run at the end against the defensive back, forcing his way into the end zone for the Cardinals in their first touchdown on the road today.
That was an 8-play drive that went 99 yards after the punt by Guzman trapped him at the 1-yard line. The big play, of course, coming on the completion to Hawthorne that got him down to the 6-yard line.
It was an impressive drive. You got to give credit. Even though Wanza scored the touchdown, give credit to Blake McKenzie, the senior quarterback. He did it all in that last series by running the football, going deep to Hawthorne. He did an outstanding job. I thought he brought a great balance to help that team and also gave them some confidence and momentum, Tom, that they would need in the second half on the road.
Yeah, big third down completion to keep that drive going right at the very start from the 7-yard line when he made the completion to Daggs. That spearheaded the drive. Martinez's kick coming near side, taken at the 1-yard line by Dickens. Dickens hit across the 15, kept his feet, and went out to about the 24-yard line before he will be brought down there. Special teams tackle by Daniel Crossley. 32 seconds to go and all 3 timeouts available for HBU. How is Vic Shealy going to play this with a 13-9 lead, knowing that they will get the ball to start the third quarter?
One thing he does not want to do, head coach Shealy, he does not want to force anything on the freshman quarterback, because everything is built off momentum and confidence, especially as a young man is trying to gain his stride throughout this game. So one thing, Coach, it looks like they're just going to go conservative with the kneel down and go into halftime with the lead.
You know, I think part of that is because you've got the young quarterback, as you mentioned, but you're also going to get the ball back.
Yes, yes.
So it looks as though Vic Shealy will take the 3 timeouts into the locker room. An exciting first half as HBU takes advantage of a couple of turnovers, built an early 13-0 lead. Now, speaking of Vic Shealy, let's hear from him with Maya Golden on the sideline.
Coach Lamar, with the late score going into the half, how do you keep them from building on that momentum?
Well, you know, we just got to come back and play some good run defense. Right now, some of the triple option out of the guns, really, schematically, we're not holding up real well. We've got to go back in and kind of reconfigure what we're doing and solve that right now.
You've talked about your team being able to finish in the second half. I know you want to send these seniors out with a home win. What's your message at halftime?
Well, obviously, we've been able to take advantage of these turnovers. We've got to keep on getting turnovers. We've got to settle down, play better defense, and get points on the board. And just, you know, we've got a lot to play for with these seniors and give them a great opportunity to win their last game on this field. So, you know, I got to believe in my kids.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Maya. Coming up at halftime, we're going to feature Husky defensive back and 5-year starter Taylor Thompson. We'll update you on the school's Hurricane Harvey fundraising efforts, and we'll have first half highlights, stats, and scores from around the league. That's all at halftime. HBU with a 4-point advantage at the break.
Do you find yourself wishing you could improve your life, but don't have time to rush off to class after work? From loved ones at home to life's many responsibilities, it might seem that going back to school is out of the question. HBU Online offers undergraduate and graduate programs that allow you to benefit from the same quality higher education Houston Baptist University has been providing for years. Visit hbuonline.com to learn more.
Have you been thinking about diversifying with gold but don't know how? Hi, I'm Mike Fulgens, President of Universal Coin and Bullion. As an award-winning nationwide dealer, we help clients get the answers they need to discover the beauty, security, and strength of gold in their portfolio.
Call us today at 866-UCB-GUIDE to receive our award-winning Gold Guide free. That's 866-822-4843.
We see your compassion and your tireless dedication. We see your selflessness, and we applaud you for it. We want you to have the freedom to be uniquely, passionately, and gloriously you. At Houston Baptist University, we're creating online programs that give moms, service members, retirees, and everyone in between the freedom to be who they are and to never stop learning. Learn more at HBUOnline.com.
Halftime here at Husky Stadium in Houston with HBU on top of Lamar by a score of 13-9. It's a special day for what they're calling the original 13 here. 13 fifth-year seniors playing their final home game here at Husky Stadium, and one of them is starting defensive back Taylor Thompson.
I'm Taylor Thompson. I'm a senior defensive back, and I'm from Belleville, Texas. Growing up, I was a very little guy, so I was like 5 feet, 90 pounds. So growing up, I didn't really get to play much of football. My parents didn't really want me to put me in that contact early. My dad played football, so he knew what the physical demands were going to be from me. So I didn't start until junior high, 7th grade. Playing at UTEP football. He was a middle linebacker, hard-nosed guy, really just put his head down and just worked for everything that he's gotten. So instilling that in me as I've been growing up, it blessed me with the opportunity to play the same game that he played, the lessons that he continued to teach me throughout my career. Just really gave me, it felt like it put me at an advantage, being able to take advantage of the 5 years worth of scholarship that I've had, being able to get my degree in 4 years. He really just stewarded me to be who I am today. The strong foundation of a Christian leadership, all of those things, a diversified campus, being able to freely express my religious beliefs, definitely stewarded my decision, and my family very, very much appreciated my decision to come to HBU. I got my degree in business management. I'm currently enrolled in the Master's of Science in Human Resource Management. Definitely want to go into the business compensation side, the human resource side, be able to interact and build relationships with people. The greatest advice that I could give a young athlete that I wish I would have paid more attention to is the wins and losses. They're very important, but they don't really matter. What matters is everything on the inside, building a relationship, working hard towards a goal with many people from many backgrounds. Love ping pong. I'm probably the best ping pong player on campus. I like to brag on that a lot. The night before, me and a group of guys go out somewhere nice to eat, get us a big, load up on a bunch of carbs, hydrate, get a whole bunch of food, watch one movie. I'll choose the movie at the beginning of the week. I'll watch the movie on Friday night, and then Saturday morning, just wake up, take a nap, and listen to my music.
Halftime activities continuing here at Husky Stadium in Houston, where HBU leads Lamar 13-9 here in the final home game of the season for the Huskies. And you know, it's been just 10 weeks since Hurricane Harvey decimated the greater Houston area and much of southeast Texas, and people still trying to put the pieces together after being affected by that giant storm. And continuing here on the campus of HBU are the recovery efforts put in place by the university, and they continue to ask for your thoughts and also donations to the HBU Relief Fund. The students, faculty, and staff, thank you for your continued support and goodwill. Keep those people in the front of your hearts as they continue to come back from one of the most devastating storms in Houston history. Halftime activities will continue from Houston after this. We continue with halftime activities from Husky Stadium, where HBU leads 13-9 over Lamar. Let's take a look at our first half highlights. We had some very early in this ball game to talk about. Lamar on the first possession, moving down, got in the red zone. They were looking for Daggs across the middle, off his hands, into the arms of Raphael Lewis. And Lewis goes back the other way, 96 yards for the opening score of the game on the first possession.
And Tom, Lewis was at the right place at the right time for HBU.
A fourth down play stop by Garrett Dolan. Turned the ball over on downs, gave HBU another chance. They had to punt, but it was fumbled by Randall. Recovered by HBU at the 13-yard line. A little trickery as Terrence Peters throws to Ladarius Dickens for another score. But the point after try by Chadwick blocked, scooped up by Rodney Randall, and taken back the other way for a 2-point conversion for the defense.
And this play right here was much needed by Lamar, as it gave him heart and an opportunity to get back into this game.
They try and go back the other way, but King had the ball stripped away by Latravian G. HBU couldn't cash in. Lamar does from their own 1-yard line, a 47-yard completion to Hawthorne, set him up at the 6-yard line, and Wanza took care of it from there. And that put us where we are right now at 13-9. Now look at first half stats. You can see 306 total yards on 51 snaps for Lamar. HBU's offense only on the field for 26 snaps and only could gather 88 yards there. But the turnovers proving costly, Lamont, in this ballgame.
Yeah, turnovers is huge for both teams. As you look at the stats right now, you see 306 total yards, a balanced attack for Lamar Cardinals. You would think they'd be leading the game as well as the time in possession. They're winning that. But HBU only a total of 88 total yards. Their defense is keeping them in this game with this lead. They got to find a way to bring some more effort offensively, as well as help the freshman quarterback develop in the second half time.
The big factor, turnovers. 3 turnovers for Lamar, 2 fumbles and 1 key interception that was returned to the house for a touchdown. So our halftime activities will continue. The teams will be getting ready to come out on the field shortly for second half action from Husky Stadium, as you watch Southland Conference football on Fox Sports. (13-9), HBU on top of Lamar at the intermission. And Lamont, as you go into Mike Schulz's locker room here at halftime, you look at those statistics and you think that Lamar should have the lead in this ball game. So what do you tell your team at halftime to bring them out to the second half to see if they can get over this hump?
You tell them to keep fighting. I mean, you got to like their efforts right before halftime. I thought that drive was outstanding for 99 yards by Blake McKenzie. He did an excellent job by being a dual threat opportunity, a quarterback, being able to run the ball effectively and going deep to Hawthorne.
On the other side, Vic Shealy, your defense has been out there for 51 plays already. Your offense hasn't been able to do much to help, given the circumstances, with a first-time starting redshirt freshman quarterback running some kind of wildcat formation. What do you have to do to give your defense a break?
You got to sustain drives, man. You got to be able to make plays when you have to. I mean, they had opportunities to move the ball down the field. We're talking about HBU, but it just seems at times they lure themselves to sleep offensively and they go 3 and out. And it's not because they don't have the playmakers to make plays. It's just the fact that they're not executing when they need to execute and the time that they need to execute the play.
Again, we mentioned early on, this is the day for the original 13 here at HBU. 13 players who signed at the very beginning of this program, turning out to be fifth-year seniors, playing their last game in front of the home fans before they move on to bigger and better things. One of them is defensive lineman Cameron Lacroix.
It's just a blessing, man. It's so many guys that want to play Division I ball or FCS or FBS ball, and just to be able to be a part of a starting football program here in Texas, I think it's a really big deal. Especially here in Houston, you know, one of the biggest cities in America. I think this is something that we're proud of now, we can be proud of as we get older.
Got to be a painful day for Lacroix. He is one of 6 defensive linemen that have been lost for the season due to injury. He is one of them and unable to take part in the specialness of this final home game for the class of 13, the original 13 here at HBU. We'll come back with second half action from Husky Stadium right after this timeout. Teams have returned from the locker rooms, getting ready for second half action here at Husky Stadium in Houston. Tom Franklin along with Lamont Williams, and on the sideline is Maya Golden. And the specialness and the final home game for the original 13, as they're being called here at HBU. Players who signed at the start of this very program, before it ever hit the ground, before they ever had a field, before they ever had a field house to work out in. They signed and put their faith in HBU, and one of them is the outstanding senior receiver, Ethan Fry.
Most of the other guys, I'm gonna miss the camaraderie, the family, the brothers, all the bonds you make. You know, you get to, instead of ringing your boy up, you could go knock on his door, just walk right in. You know, we all live in the same neighborhood right now, and that'll be short-lived here in a few weeks when that's all over.
You know, Limon, as a former player yourself, you know that the brotherhood that develops inside a locker room for a football team over the course of your 4 or 5 years. But can you imagine these guys being the very first to do it?
Yeah, and it's not just going to be an impact today, but 5 to 10 years from now when these guys come back and this program is 10 times better than it was when they first came here. The legacy, they can talk about this forever to their kids, that they was the first 13 to be able to graduate and finish this program, or start the program and finish strong for HBU.
All right, Maya Golden had a chance to catch up with Lamar coach Mike Schultz as they came out of the locker room. Maya, what'd you find out?
Well, talking to Coach Schultz, he said, we are our own worst enemy right now. We are shooting ourselves in the foot. He said, we've got to eliminate the mistakes. We're in this game, but we've got to play clean football if we hope to finish this one out, Tommy Lamont.
I think that makes sense when you look at 300 yards of offense and only 1 touchdown to show for it. Those 3 big turnovers have proved costly for Lamar. HBU is going to get the ball to start period number 3. It's going to be very interesting to see what adjustments are made. They had some success with the Wildcat formation. Now the Lamar coaching staff, which probably wasn't expecting it, had a chance to sit down at halftime and try and put their defense in a better position here in the second half. Going to be interesting to see how the chess match works here.
And what it would be interesting as well, Tom, is when is HBU is going to threaten the Cardinals down the field as far as passing the football. I mean, they had the freshman quarterback in there. He has to take some shots down the field to keep the secondary honest, because you had Bolden, the aggressive defensive player for the Lamar Cardinals, sitting in the box making plays against your running back throughout the first half.
So Martinez will kick it away for Lamar. 3 men deep for HBU. Short pooch kind of kick that'll hit just inside the 20. And taken on a hop by Dickens. And Dickens will get across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. A little conversation here on the near side. Terrence Peters got tied up with the defensive back, Shyler Stanton. But nothing came of that. And so HBU gets the scrimmage from their own 27-yard line. And let's see, will it be Krebs still at the quarterback? Will they go Wildcat? No, Krebs going to go out there. Kreb in the first half, just 3 of 8 throwing for 21 yards, and his longest completion 10. So as you mentioned, Lamont, this defense has had a chance to pack everything in, and that inhibits the running game that HBU wants to try and establish as well.
Yeah, you got to be able to keep them out of the box. They lined up 8 guys in the box against HBU.
Pump and go for Ethan Fry. Oh, he lost the ball. He had a step on Stanton and turned the wrong way. That was a catchable ball thrown by Kreb, and Ethan Fry just lost it in midair.
Not surprising that HBU goes deep on the first play with the freshman quarterback going to Fry. Fry just lost the ball in the sun as he's continued to look in the sky. He had to step on the defensive back. I like the effort, though, despite they did not execute the play.
Second down, 10 for the Huskies. Peters will be to the left shoulder of Kreb. Peters tries to burst up the middle and got across the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Out to the 33-yard line.
Tackle made there by Manasseh Miles. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Good run by Peters to give them a makeable 3rd down situation here.
Yeah, Peters has been their workhorse throughout this game so far. He's a very tough runner, and he's continued to bring that effort here in this 3rd quarter.
3 of 8 on 3rd down in the first half was HBU. Kreb looks to throw. Lifts it near sideline for Racine, over his head, incomplete. There was contact between Racine and Nate Jones, and a marker is down at the 48-yard line.
Looked like there was some unnecessary contact there between the defensive back and Racine, but we'll see here shortly.
Holding. Defense. 10-yard penalty by rule.
Take a look here at the bottom of the screen. You can see right there
the tug on the jersey by the defensive back. Good move by the receiver to cut from the outside back to the inside, which forces the defensive back to grab his jersey.
So 10-yard walk-off will take the ball to the 43-yard line, give HBU a new set of downs here. Just underway, 3rd quarter. Huskies lead by 4. 3 receivers near side. Peters in the backfield with Kreb. The redshirt freshman making his first start. Gonna throw deep again. He's got Racine, but it's underthrown and intercepted inside the 20-yard line. Devon Jernigan with the INT.
Jernigan, the junior out of Navasota, Texas, stayed home and just played center field on this play. The freshman quarterback goes deep. I wanted to see him go deep this quarter. Unfortunately, he throws his first interception today to the Lamar Cardinals defensive back. Good job there playing center field.
And for Jernigan, his first interception of the season. It couldn't have come at a better time for the Cardinals. So that'll bring out Blake McKenzie and the Cardinal offense. They start at their own 17.